Hi, my name's Steven. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a trans man. I'm from Massachusetts. My dog's a little pissed off at me because we're not going on a walk right now. But I've got a video to do, and we'll do it later. So before we get into this episode, I wanted to just go over a couple terms from that I've gone over kind of briefly in the last few episodes. Just again, so they can stick in your brain a little bit more. So the difference between sexual orientation and romantic orientation, your gender identity, which you feel in your brain, and the difference between, you know, who you are and who you're attracted to, your gender expression, how you express yourself and how the world sees you, your biological sex. We are also going to go over real quick, the Latin root trans means to change sides, and the Latin root cis means on the same side of. So that is how we got those two terms. Puberty, when your body is going through changes because of hormones. Puberty blockers, something that you can take to put the biological puberty on hold until you decide which hormone you would like to take. Estrogen and testosterone are those two types of hormones you can take, and your body either produces them naturally or you can get them from a drugstore. Get them from CVS. Talk to your doctor. Alrighty, so let's get into this episode a little bit. So this episode is going to be about learning to live in and love the body you have. You know, you've only got one body your whole life. So even if it kind of makes you feel yucky sometimes, you know, there are ways to make it look the way you want to. You can have your gender expression match your gender identity and feel a little less icky about it. There's a word that describes that icky feeling. It is called dysphoria, or you're feeling dysphoric. When used in relation to gender, if you're feeling dysphoric about your gender or you're experiencing gender dysphoria, let me take that back. The definition for dysphoric I found online, I found two that kind of go together really well and I think work nicely. So it is the state of feeling of unease, unhappiness, or unwell that you get as a result of the pressure or tensions from demanding situations. So when used in relation to gender, you are feeling a unease, unhappiness, and unwell about how your body looks or how you express yourself, because of the pressures or tensions that result from demanding situations such as media, the people around you, family, society as a whole. So to kind of help those feelings of dysphoria, there are some different kinds of ways you can kind of kind of adjust how your body looks to kind of make it fit the gender identity you have in your head. So you can kind of morph this expression into what your gender identity is. So before we go into all of those things, we're going to just kind of like take stock of what you've got right now. You know, kind of look at the body that you have, take a couple minutes and just kind of like, got all these fingers, these hands, these elbows, and we're going to say nice things about them. I'm not going to look at my nails and say how yucky they look. I'm going to look at my hands and I'm going to say they do very hard work every single day and I are great for them. I'm going to look at my elbows, say thanks, I'm sorry for banging you on everything, and I like my broad shoulders, and I like how my glasses look on my face, and just say nice things about your body and kind of get used to the one that you've got, and then start doing a little more research about how you can get this gender identity in your head reflected into your gender expression. Find examples of clothing that really calls to you, colors that really call to you, people, celebrities, you know, social media, Instagram figures, drawings, art, music, anything Broadway, burlesque, drag, whatever really calls to you, um, you know, start using those as references for how you want the picture of you to look. You know, you're not copying any of these people. You're just taking little bits and pieces from all of them and putting them into you. So some ways to kind of adjust the body that you have to make it look differently. I'm going to show you examples of ways to adjust into a masculine looking body, because I do not have any examples of how to adjust into a feminine looking body. I got rid of most of my feminine clothing, like underclothing, and I don't have any need to tuck or anything like that, so I can just explain those as I've read them. So safety first for all of these things. You're compressing and squishing bits and pieces that need to breathe, so you do need to take care to take off of all of this stuff. Give your chest a chance to expand, you know, give your junk downstairs a chance to breathe. Go a day or two without binding or pulling anything tight, you know, just to kind of give your skin that chance to, you don't want to damage yourself, you just want to make yourself look better. So we're going to start, well, look better for yourself. We're going to start with binding, and you can bind a couple ways. Binding is basically what you use to make your chest look flat if you want to have a more masculine looking appearance. So you can, the cheap option is to get a couple of sports bras, not too tight, and again, you don't want to hurt your ribs, but you know, you can layer them in ways that make your chest look flat, and then wear, you know, bulkier clothing, or darker clothing, so it doesn't show the shape so much. There's a lot of ways to get binders, which is basically an upgraded form of a sports bra. This is my binder. This is my professional binder. I do have one from a place called Shapeshifters Inc. They make pretty binders. I couldn't find it. So it's got a really stretchy elastic down the bottom. This whole thing is made out of, I don't know, it doesn't have the tag on it anymore, but something, it's really, really stretchy all the way throughout. It's a little bit more padded in the chest area. And you basically put it on like a regular bra. You gotta stretch it out here because it's supposed to be a little bit tight, and then it compresses. I worked at Victoria's Secret for a while, and the best way to put a bra on and to also put a binder on is to lift and separate the tissue. Lift and separate. So that is one way to, if you are experiencing gender dysphoria about your chest, how to make that go away a little bit. Never bind with ace bandage, never bind for an extended period of time, like an 8-hour shift is kind of, that's a little bit too much. I have asthma, so I can't bind for too often, and I also have this other option called trans tape. It's the stuff right here. It's a medical grade tape. It's very stretchy. It's not stretchy right now because it's got the paper on the back, but you basically, you know, lift and back and you tape it across like this, so you can wear V-neck shirts, or since it matches my skin tone, I can go shirtless without any issues. If you're looking for a more feminine looking shape, there are bras you can buy that are padded. You don't need to go out to Victoria's Secret and have your first bra be a, you know, really expensive one, but if you'd like to, you can totally go ahead. Having good quality stuff is also a nice way to make you feel good about your body, you know. Not saying you should spend a lot of money, but, you know, have something that you wear every once in a while that makes you feel really nice and happy and proud. Packing is a process to make bulges in places there shouldn't be. I actually honestly couldn't find any socks to show you. So here's my glove. You can just basically kind of, you don't want it to be too thick. Look at reference pictures. You basically just, you know, roll it up in a way and put it in your pants. Like this might be too much. And what I've learned from looking at reference pictures online is that, and actually from firsthand experience from some cis guy friends that I have, it's never down like this between your legs. It goes one side or the other, or else you'll sit on it. You can also buy a Packer prosthetic. This one is mine. It's dirty because I haven't worn it in a while. It's been sitting at the bottom of my drawer. Don't make fun of it. This is it. It just basically sits. You wear tight underwear, and it gives you a little bulge in the front. You can buy ones that are STP or stand to pee prosthetics, which are a little firmer and make it so they've got a little hole in it so you can stand up and pee at a urinal if you need to. What else was I going to show you? Oh, to hold that in place, what I have is a pair of like boy briefs. They're tight enough, and they have that like boxery top to kind of hold everything in place without me having to adjust it a lot. I never really enjoyed wearing a strap with it. I have had a strap for it before, but it wasn't anything I liked. You can buy them. Do some research. There's a difference between prosthetics and sex toys, which we'll get into on another episode when I go deeper into sex toys. But we're still talking about your body right now. Tucking is a way to make your bottom area look less bulgy. Safety. We're going to go over some safety tips first. Avoid jock itch. Basically, you want to keep the area that you're tucking cool and dry. You want to take breaks from wearing it. You don't want to wear it too much because you can get a rash down there. Do some research, watch some videos. I know there's a lot of videos online to show how to tuck safely. You can't pee when you tuck because you've taped everything down. So if you're going to be out and about all day, do not tuck because you won't be able to pee all day, and you do not want a UTI, a urinary tract infection. If you need to, you can do something called a gaff, which is basically the cloth version of tape tucking. There's some videos online that you can watch to learn how to make a gaff as well that holds everything very nicely. And that one is more for daily use. So be safe. Don't tuck or bind for too long, but do what your body needs and figure out what your body needs to make it feel comfortable. You know, if that means lots of makeup, go right ahead. You know, if it means changing up the clothes that you wear, or squishing down, or accentuating different parts of yourselves, go right ahead. The shape of the clothing that you wear can also make a difference. I tend to wear more boxy shirts and jackets and stuff as opposed to things that get fitted in at the hips or at the waist. But if you're looking for more of that feminine figure, you know, find things that kind of go in like that, if that's something you're looking for, to kind of like make you feel happy and comfortable. Give yourself that, like, dress how you want. I don't know, ending videos is really hard for me. Next time we're going to talk more about safety. Sex-wise, we're going to talk about, I think that's where I'm headed now. We're going to talk about sex. Well, anyways, it was nice to talk to you. Say nice things to your body today because it's working really hard and it appreciates it. And you appreciate it.